Bleach Chapter 542 The Blade and Me. Well, Ichigo remnants of Zangetsu and his inner hollow's words and mentioned that nothing they said were lies. And we also see how his inner world gets rebuilt when he's hoping. And then he also mentions that both the old man and that hollow is Zangetsu. And then they're back in the real world where oh yeah, first of all, we get a little bit explanation. Something around the time when Ichigo fell in against Kenpachi, it was Zangetsu who saved him using the Quincy powers. Because apparently the way he stopped Ichigo's blood, that was remnants of that blot. However, that Quincy shadow, that's something I do not understand. But he did lend Ichigo's strength back then. So that was the old man Zangetsu. But what I was gonna say before, Ichigo is trying to grab his flaming or whatever still burning Zangetsu, who is and one of the sexy chicks is a little bit nervous. However, Omerea just smiles and says to take it, Sanpakuto, and its enormous Ryatsu burns away the sea that has been burning it away, and we finally see Ichigo's new Shikai Zangetsu. And I gotta say, a lot of people guessed this, and it's almost strange that they were right. It's a dual-bladed Zangetsu, or as Umeda say, Zangetsus. yeah, I know that was not funny, but I don't know how I can describe these one. The one on his right, I think it is right. It's very long, remnants of the Hollow Ichigo's power. The other one is smaller and shorter, remnants of that blade Yuhabach imposter first wielded. And when Ichigo wields them, we see a shadow of both Hollow and the old man Zangetsu. So that could mean that the small blade is the Quincy Zangetsu, and the big blade. Oh yeah, the big blade also has a little jack like this. I think this is another reminiscence of the hollow, and the long blade is the hollow. Then Ichigo says something that makes me a little bit sad. However, I still do not get it, because I have a feeling he has always done this the entire time. Saying something like he will never ask Zangetsu old man for power. He will not ask the Hollow Ichigo to get in his way, and he won't tell them to let's fight together, because he will fight his own. He then thanks Zangetsu with a smile, not with a smile, but with a sad face. He thanks the blade, because you are me. And elsewhere, the Vanderich hails their leader Yuhabach, who reveals they have some information for you. And now I wonder, is that information that Ichigo's new Chikai had been created? Because old man Zangetsu said he was and was not Yuhabach. So something tells me, do Yuhabach has a connection to every single well, yes, he does, but what I'm trying to say, which I cannot describe, is can he control a Quincy using this blood, or did he trick Ichigo back then? But no, after reading the chapter, it seems that this old man Zangetsu was part of Ichigo's soul, was not a part of Yuhabach. He just looked like him. But so what's this new information? I think it's information about despair or whatever. All I know is this chapter was cool. It's nice to see a new Zangetsus, even though I gotta say, maybe this sign was not in my favor, but it will grow on me. But I'm now just curious if Ichigo ever will use a Bankai again, because I think he needs to relearn it, right? Or maybe he has it in his blood. How will it look like? Will it look like that dual-bladed... Okay, this is a bad example, but do any of you guys remember Darth Maul from Star Wars? He had a double-bladed lightsaber. There's some fan arts of Ichigo wielding a double-bladed Tensa Zangetsu. I wonder, is that how his Bankai is gonna look like? A small but at the same time long Tensa Zangetsu double-bladed staff or whatever. I don't know the name of that weapon. Do anybody do that? Do anybody know? Well, that's this chapter. It was good.